Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto4growmybag.tv. Hope all is well with you and yours. What's good, what's good, what's good? So what do we have going on today? Tonight's poll question. Let me actually set up my screen. There's so much going on. So much going on. And of course I put it on the wrong side. That's awesome. It's an awesome day. Tonight's question. Which centralized exchange, CEX, get your mind out of the gutter, CEX, is on the chopping block? BitGet, WazirX, BitMEX, or OKX? Again, which centralized exchange is on the chopping block? BitGet, WazirX, BitMEX, or OKX? Yeah. That one's going to be interesting. That one's going to be very interesting. Let me just get my screen set up. Got a whole bunch of notes that I need to have. What the heck? I hate when I do that. Let's see. Nope. Undo. So there's a lot of news. All of the markets took a dive today. Even if certain things recovered a little bit, they took a dive today. And they took a dive because tech stocks have been taking a dive. Tech stocks have been taking on the chin. Like a Tyson hit. And he hits hard. I've met him. Actually a nice person. But wow. People are still panicking. This is why last night, if you didn't catch last night's show, you should really go back and look at it. One of the reasons that I think you should go look at last night's show is because I went over a few coins and I was trying to explain to people or demonstrate to you guys why it's not nuts. Hello, Knoxville. Hello, Hootanic. I will guess. Now, Knoxville didn't answer me. I asked him, did he do his 15 minutes worth of investment research today? Hootanic, did you do yours? Everybody out there, hit me in the comments and let me know if you've done your 15 minutes of investment research. Remember the rule. That first investment is yourself. And you doing research is you educating yourself in this market space. So let me know if you've done that investment. All right? That's all I ask. I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking you to invest in you. You know, Michael McCaskill, what's good, brother? What's good? So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot. Wow, 5 votes already. Dang. Like, bzzz. Shoot. So you'll look at Cardano. Cardano took a hit today. It dropped 20%, came back a little bit. Oh, snap. Yo, Mr. Big, you're on early. Yeah, I didn't think you were home yet. It's a little early for you, so I didn't think you were home. And I know you always do your own research because you always come up with something. Good evening, Rick Ritchie. Good evening, Paula. I guess too, but I had a hunch. Yes, you did your research. That's what I'm talking about. So when I look at this news about Cardano, I kind of sit there and kind of go, well, okay. Cardano, I get it, is, taking a hit. But when you look at some of these news articles, you're kind of like, did Cardano really take a hit? Everybody took a hit. So you see how misleading some of these articles can be? They're meant to make you like freak out. They're meant to put fear in you. Which is why I ask you to always do your own research, right? Cardano's currently at 63 cents. Do I think it'll come back? I don't know. Let's go see. Yeah, I'm making faces because I'm a knucklehead. I am making faces. So when I look at Cardano's market cap, I'm like, okay, all right, it's down to 63 cents. When I look at its GMB X factor, I'm like, oh, it's going to smash that 3.84 GMB X factor. That means from this 63 cents, it'll take another 3.84 times to get to its all-time high. And my belief is it will get there. My belief really is that it'll get there for several reasons. If this was the last cycle or the previous cycle, I would have said that it was cycle bound. That's what I would have said. My research would have said it's going to be cycle bound. We're probably going to repeat this. It's probably going to be just like this, and I can probably time my transactions. This is not the same cycle. It is not. As many people would tell you that it is not. So this cycle in particular gives me more faith about a longer future. This cycle is different. We might not have as many millionaires and billionaires and gazillionaires or whatever you want to call them. But I firmly believe that this cycle will find its own path. And in a lot of ways, it has found its own path. We've had some miraculous events, good and bad, that have moved this cycle. Right? When I did this show last night, I had said, was it last night or this morning? One of the two. Go check it out. You can remind me. Give me a moment, Hutanic. I had said that if it was only the Bybit hack, we would have recovered by now. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. We would have recovered by now. But what did happen this cycle? Nothing has moved this crypto space in the past few weeks more than the new regime in the United States. Nothing. The first talk about tariffs, we dropped like a hot rock. Came back a little bit, then the regime reiterated, doubled down, then we dropped like another hot rock. Then we bounced sideways for a bit. Then they mentioned tariffs again. And then we dropped like a hot rock. Nothing has moved this market more than the current regime opening up their mouths, talking about things like tariffs. That puts every business that's involved with selling products in jeopardy in this country, right? Because they're going to have to pay more, just do a whole bunch of stuff. It hurts them. It doesn't hurt the country that they're importing from. It hurts whoever's buying. So there's that. Now, let's move beyond that. When I see notes, when I see things like Cardano hitting below 63 and people losing their brains, I go back over to my GMB tracker and I go, oh, well, Bitcoin's still at 0.29 as a GMB X factor. Not 1.9, not 1.29, just 0.29. Okay? 0.29. Ethereum, as horrible as his has been, 1.12. XRP, 0.56. BNB, 0.31. Even Solana is only at 1.15. And I look at some of these GMBX factors and I sit there and I just kind of go, I take a look at that compared to all the other news and all the other events. And I have to ask myself, do I believe that these coins will get back to where I need them to be? Well, which one of those coins that I hold in my bags, right? And I look at these GMBX factors and I go, yeah. Because what's coming? What is unfolding as we move forward? Adoption and integration. not investment, adoption and integration. That's what I'm seeing. Today for my parents, I pulled their cost investments in BTC, and ADA out of BTC leaves half a Bitcoin, a bunch of PaxG, and leaving his ADA staked from 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're sitting freaking pretty. Damn right. PaxG can 2x just as easy as Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. It is diverse. It is a diversity move. Takes a lot of risk off me managing that for them at their age. You're a good son. Hutanik, you're a good son. Here's to you, brother. Most tariffs don't even start until April. It's the news that hurts. Remember, if you're buying something from overseas, you've got to buy 1.5, even 2 seasons before. So they had to make adjustments. So they've got to make adjustments immediately for down the road. So even though these tariffs don't start until April, you're expecting April to be kind of tough for people. That's the real timing. Tariffs don't start until this time for certain countries that we're waging tariff wars with. But before that, you're going to feel the pain because I've got a plan for those tariffs to hit. So everything actually happens previous to the tariffs. Just saying. Just going to put that out there for you, Rick Ritchie. Just going to put that out there for you. So it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And then you've got some crypto fraud going on. 26-year-old CEO extradited for crypto fraud. Gotbit founder Alexei Andreunian, something like that. I'm completely butchering his name, and I don't mean to. You know when I mean to butcher somebody's name. I don't mean to butcher his. Faces U.S. charges for wire fraud and market manipulation linked to a $25 million crypto seizure. One of the reasons why I ask you guys to do your own research is because you have little things like this pop up. When you go out there and you start looking at the various, the various exchanges that are out there, I don't want you to think you're cool for finding this really cool, obscure exchange that will let you do whatever it is you want to do. Right? Here's why. If they're letting you do whatever it is you want to do, they're letting everybody do whatever it is they want to do. Sort of like OKX. OKX, I told you a couple of days ago, OKX agreed to pay $500 million. Why? Well, they're not supposed to be doing business in the United States. They're not registered here. They're not licensed here. Why are you doing business here? So they got fined and they agreed to pay that $500 million. $500 million. Was it worth it? Now, this is going to sound really messed up. For all this time that they've been doing business in the United States and all they have to do is pay $500 million. I'm willing to bet the answer that they would give to that question, was it worth it, is going to be yes. Exchanges make a lot of money. Whether you win or lose, they make money. Whatever transaction you want to do, they make money. Just saying. So yeah, they're probably sitting there going, yeah, we can afford to pay that $500 million. Just cut the check. Cut the check. Shut up. Just cut the check. Just saying. Cut the check quick because, we really do want to do business in this country, and we knew it was coming, and we probably had a fund for it. So we're going to make all this money, and we're going to put percentages into this fund. And when they finally come and slap us on the wrist, we'll cut that check. No questions. We'll just cut the check. That's what it sounds like, right? Happened real fast. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. They just cut the check. So you got this guy doing something illegal, wire fraud, and I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, he's going to do jail time. He's absolutely going to do jail time. OKX gets a slap on the wrist. 500 million versus 25 million. Yeah, he's going to jail. He committed fraud for $25 million. They weren't supposed to be doing business here, and they're only cutting a $500 million check. I wonder how long it takes them to make $500 million. I'm wondering. I'm serious. Yep, Rick Ritchie, cost of doing business. Like, whatever. You have a lot of exchanges out there. I hear people, I'm not going to say the names of these exchanges, but if you just do some research out there, you will see a lot of exchanges that are doing business in the United States that should not ought to be doing so. MEXC got caught out there and they stopped. They were like, oh, we didn't know. Okay, we'll cut that out. If you do not have know your customer and anti-money laundering rules and procedures going on, why would I want to do business with you? Why? The only reason why you wouldn't have KYC, know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering, practices and procedures in place, policies, is because you don't care. Huh. So I wonder, well, if you don't care about me, then you don't care about anybody. And so if you don't care about anybody, isn't that the perfect breeding ground for nefarious characters? Maybe. So yeah, I find it funny that, some of these characters get away with this stuff. I find it funny that all they had to do was pay $500 million. Now, hey, Bianca, maybe they didn't have to pay the full. Maybe they didn't make that much money because Coinbase by far is number one in this country. But I'm wondering how much money they made, because some of these exchanges are making billions. So I'm just kind of like, all right, well, you'll see what happens. We're probably expecting a crypto ETF like explosion soon as well. Why is that? It's the timing of the filing of those ETFs. It's the new regime. So there are certain processes there that are, they give you X amount of days to give the SEC X amount of days to make approvals and do all this kind of stuff. I'm willing to bet that the SEC is not going to take that long with some of these approvals. Those time frames that they must stick to, like 21 days in public view. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. But after that, I think the next step is 240 days. They have 240 days to do whatever it is they're going to do. I can almost guarantee they're not going to take 240 days for any of them. They're not going to wait 240 days. Now, some people are shook right now. And when I say shook, I mean shook to the core. Because ETFs have been taking it on the chin. I told you yesterday, what was it? $418 million in outflows. ETFs over the past week, less than a week technically, I think it was like $2.4 billion in outflows. Now, those transactions were happening for the most part OTC, right? So OTC transactions, and here comes Michael Saylor. I want to buy some. And people are like, oh, he's probably really upset. I'm thinking, oh, he probably freaking negotiated OTC and probably got some really good prices. Because for you to get those prices on the street, well, you'd have to go to the street. You don't want to do that. Every time you see somebody take a hit, somebody's winning. Every time. Every time. Now, something else that I was reading, D-Mac, my man. What's going on? Not so many people like Saylor. He's a Bitcoin maxi, but, you know, not so many people like Bitcoin maxis. Any of them, by the way. But anyway, I was reading a couple of articles and they were pointing towards something. Pump.fund took a hit. Not only did their website, not only did their X account get hacked, but I want you to think about something. The biggest news was their X account got hacked. And then quietly, hey Chicano, their volume took a hit. But what was the news that everybody followed? Their account got hacked. Not so many people were paying attention to their volume took a hit. So their volume took a hit. So what the heck do you think happened to Solana? Two guesses. The first one is wrong. Yeah, Solana took a hit. Solana took a hit. You want to know the last time that Solana came down this far? Can you remember when? Do you remember what happened when Solana came down this far? Rick Ritchie and I were talking about it a month ago? Month and a half ago? Something like that. Yeah. It was early in January. We were talking about it. Yeah. They had a network problem. And they dropped all the way down to $128. $128 from almost $200. They just went just like that. No explosion, just dropped. And here we are looking at, Solana at 135. Let me see something real quick. Give me a moment. Solana 135. It was all the way down to 134.95. I'm trying to see where it was. Yeah. So probably the last, yeah. They had been down as far as on the 26th, yesterday. They had been all the way down to 131. 131. Can you say ouch? So when I look at Solana, I just go, Solana's got a problem. And I've been saying that for a while. They have a network gremlin. Everybody was pushing the network gremlins to the side. I heard another creator, crypto creator out there talking about, Solana's really good. They had their problems before. Network was always down. It was always having problems, but they weathered the storm. How you call that weathering the storm? You were down 5 times last year. You weathered the storm because you were down less? That's still 5 times. And a couple of those times were not just for a few hours. They were down for like a day or two. Like, what? As far as I'm concerned, that network gremlin has not gone away. Then on top of that, I kept telling people, and I will keep telling people, Solana does not have a lot of development going on. Development is happening on other platforms. Cardano, Ethereum, Polygon, Aptos, Optimism, Sui, Avalanche, Aave. The list just goes on. So many other places where real development is going on. But Solana wins because they are the biggest meme coin launchpad. Pump.fun, who saw their volatility tank. I tell you to do your own research so you can see these things. Some things in the news get swept to the side and people don't pay attention. People don't pay attention, so they don't pick up the story. This is why you have to read every day. You have to research every day. What's going on? I don't care if you're selling a business, buying crypto, stocks, bonds, options, selling, whatever it is, whatever position you're in, you need to do your investment research every day. Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. And investing doesn't just mean putting your money in. It means knowing when to get out too. Know your entries, know your exits. And knowing your entries and knowing your exits goes beyond just simple, well, if it hits this price, I'm out. If it hits this price, I'm in. It goes way beyond that. And don't worry, there'll be a book out soon that will help you figure that out. It'll help you find your way. Find your way. My way is not the same as Elliot's way. You know, my brother from another mother. Is not the same as Hutanik's way. Is not the same as D Mac's way. Everybody has their own way, but you got to find it. The only way you're going to find it is by educating yourself. Investing in yourself first. You know how I tell you I live for my last name and not my first name? Yes. But who do I invest in first? Me. I have to if I'm going to achieve that goal that I set for myself. It's the same thing as when you're in an airplane and they tell you, you put on your face mask first before you go help somebody else. Because you have to be breathing to help somebody else. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. Soul is not yet ready for prime time. I don't know that it ever has been. You know how a coin is not ready for prime time? In this day and age, you know how? When not a single freaking enterprise is interested in working with it. Not a single one. I can crack jokes about Polkadot all day long, but it's a great development platform. Really don't have anything bad to say about it. Other than it's just older than everybody else. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. It's an OG. I can swear to you, I went to the store the other day, and just off topic, I know. But so I went to the store the other day, and I said, go ahead, man. You got this. Go ahead. Go on. Go ahead. Go in front of me. He had a big cart full of food, almost falling out the cart. He said, thanks, OG. Bruh, you balding just like me. How you going to call me OG, bro? You got grade just like me. What you calling me OG for, bro? I almost wanted to trip him. Anyway. I'm curious if a project is built on a platform and then explodes, how much does that affect the platform it's built on? Depends on what the gas is. Gas is going to be that platform's coin, right? And there you go. Underlying platform, that's what it is. If I build on Cardano, I'm paying ADA. Just saying. If I build on, XRP, if I do anything on XRP, what's going on? Oh, it's going to, if I build on XRP Ledger, it's going to be XRP. Just saying. Something else that happened. Aptos token rises 8% on Bitwise ETF move. Bitwise ETF registration fuels optimism for Aptos-backed investment product amid broader crypto downturn. Aptos is another platform that people build on. It's no joke. Before I was looking for just investment, I'm happy if you would just invest in crypto. Then came adoption. Then came integration. Those are the things I'm looking for now. The blockchain is already in terabytes. I don't know what you mean. That Vince Cinnamon was good. You're not, Hutanic, you're not explaining that all too clearly. You're not explaining that all too clearly. Their blockchain is already in terabytes. What does that mean? And BTC is like 800 gigabytes. What does that mean? I know what it means. Other people are not going to know what that means. Is Aptos a good move? Did you do research on Aptos? Do you mean as an investment? Would I buy into Aptos? I just don't have a slot for it, but I have nothing negative to say about Aptos. I just don't have a slot for it. I used to have a slot for it. And then I found something better, made money off of Aptos, and flipped. I'm not married to anybody. I'm not married to that. If I'm going to make money, I'm going to make money. I'm not living for me. I'm living for my last name. I want my kids and grandkids to do well. I want their kids and grandkids and great-grands, and I want them to do well. I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about me. So I do my research. And DMAC is absolutely right. It depends on how you look at it. Do your own research there. Do your own research there. Aptos. Let's see. Let me just control that because I'm lazy. There you go. Aptos has a GMB X factor. This is a really cool number, 2.34. Get it? 234. So they have a GMB X factor of 234. If somebody was to ask me, do I think Aptos would do well in the future based on that, based on those numbers? I'm kind of like, yeah, I think Aptos can do it. I'm just looking at the GMB X factor. I think Aptos would do well. You know what's funny? The other night, somebody posted a question about ICP, and it's just that, looking at Aptos, ICP happens to be right under it in the list that I'm looking at, and I'm saying this so that nobody ever asks me about this coin again. The GMBX factor for ICP is 106.3. I'm good off that. Nope. I told the person the other night, I don't like ICP. I don't like it at all. That's it. But my GMBX factor is like, yeah, you better not like it. 106.3. Yeah, nah. I'm good off that. I'm good. You want to be nice? Take off the 0.3. Fine. It's still 106. It would take 106x from this point forward to take 106x to get to their all-time high. I'm good off that. And I don't care when people say, oh, well, that all-time high was a long time ago when they first came out and it started here and it dropped and, it has a different kind of, a changed all-time high. No. There's nothing about ICP that you could tell me that would make me go, oh, let me go buy some. Nope. Nope. Not at all. Anyone can fire up a Bitcoin node. It supports, Bitcoin and creates more decentralization. It just can't mine BTC. If you need 600 to 800 of drive space, you should have started with that. We're talking about how much drive space you require, right, to actually fire up a Bitcoin node. That's what he was referencing. Solana has a huge, they're measured in terabytes is what he was pointing at. Okay. So if you wanted to fire up a Solana node, you would have to have terabytes of space as opposed to gigabytes worth of space, storage, in order to fire up a node. I'm not trying to do that. So yeah, he's saying if you want to fire that up in the future, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. Solana needs terabytes already at its young age. Yeah, Solana's gonna get crushed by its own weight. They thought it was a good idea. We'll run with this whole meme coin thing. We'll really get up there, and by the time we get up there, we'll just be able to sustain because we'll be so big. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Meme coins being created, abandoned, still floating on that ledger. All those transactions still floating on that ledger. Nah, I'm good off that. I'm all right. Too far down the rabbit hole, man. I can't go down that far. What else do we have? Pi Network called a giant Ponzi by a CEO. Moonrock Capital's Simon Dedek warns Pi Network is a scam, citing Chinese police reports and deceptive trading volumes. Now, I'm not reporting that. I'm just reading the news. Reading my notes that I got from the news. For those of you that have taken my class on how to do your own research, you'll know that there are certain stages of news that happen. And I told you that there is another stage of news or another part of news where people talk about a coin like a hell of a lot. The news about Pi started long before it actually launched. Yeah, nah, I'm not interested. Nope, not at all. Not at all interested. I will watch it. There are going to be people that make money off of Pi Network. It's plummeted. It has plummeted. Nope, glad I didn't touch it. I'm glad I didn't touch it. I'm happy about not touching that than, not making room for Ondo. Everybody's like, oh, see, you should have made room for Ondo. They're with MasterCard now. Okay, gets nice. And MasterCard added another chain. That's cute. I have nothing against Ondo, by the way. Nothing. If you invested in Ondo, I hope you're doing well. So, the person that told me about Ondo also told me about Mantra. I did Mantra. Didn't hesitate. Oh, Mantra? Did my research. Got right in. Nothing stopped me from getting in. Ondo? Did my research, was going to get in, got pulled away by this. By the time I got back to Ondo, I was like, So I said, no, I didn't do it. Quite happy with my choice right now. Quite happy. Just saying. I did invest in Ondo. It's on my long-term hold. I have nothing against Ondo. My gut told me not to do it. For my portfolio, my gut was like, no, you have other things you could do. So that's what I did. That's why I tell people I have slots where I can fit bags. And if I'm going to make another slot, it better be for a really good reason. I made a slot for Mantra. Because my boy was like, yo, you should look into that. Fine. I looked into it. All right. Bought it. It wasn't even a question. Once I did my own research, it wasn't even a question. I had no doubts, no nothing. Let me drop some money in. The only question I had was, how much money am I going to drop in? So yeah, I think about that stuff. Then we had a whole bunch of SEC stuff happen. The case against Consensus, MetaMask, Consensus owns MetaMask, dropped. Lawsuit against Coinbase, dropped. SEC came out with a statement says meme coins are not securities for the most part. Those are three huge moves. Why am I telling you this? Most of the news that I'm reporting tonight is actually good news. Market didn't move. Didn't move. Tariffs. The fear of tariffs have tanked markets. Then you had the tech stocks completely come in and screw everything up. That's a small thing compared to tariffs, but it still dampened the positive news that we got. SEC drops a case against MetaMask, one of the best, web-based crypto wallets out there. Consensus and MetaMask, right? They dropped the case against Coinbase. I'm sorry, Brian Armstrong likes to run his mouth. Where's that news that's really out there? Yeah, it got swallowed up. The air in the room, the oxygen in the room was taken up. Does XRP break $2 by the morning? Let me see. XRP is at $2.09. Ah, you people. It could. And I'm going to tell you this. If it does, I'm going to buy more. I'm going to put it in my trading wallet, but I'm going to buy more. Feel me? I'm definitely going to buy more XRP. There are certain coins that I will DCA into without hesitation, without thought. Not a problem. Because I have my nose in research so often, so much, every day. I'm always researching. And I pay attention to all that. XRP is going places. Ripple is going places. They're doing things. XRP is going to explode. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to buy more. Chainlink. Chainlink's another one. Control F. Link. Chainlink is currently below $15. Oh my. It has a GMB factor of 2.64. I'm all about it. There's certain coins that I believe are going to be or already are, right? Already are a part of the connective tissue. Coins that if they didn't exist doing what they're doing, there would be no Web3. They're that deep into it. That deep. So they are or are going to be. I have no reason to invest in Cardano if I don't believe that it's going to be a part of the connective tissue. The most decentralized coin on the planet. Cardano. All about it. One of the most used coins on the planet now and in the future. XRP. What the heck? What? The most data as an oracle on the planet. Link. Chainlink. I'm just saying. D-Mac, go in the corner, man. That's just too funny. If Link drops under $10, I'm selling the dog. I wish I could. My daughter would whoop my behind, so I can't sell the dog. But I would sell a whole lot of stuff. I would sell my electronics. I'd sell my blood. Yeah, if Chainlink got to $10, what? I'm buying. How would I buy right now? Like my man does. Like that. That's how I buy. Sprinkle a little bit today. Sprinkle a little bit tomorrow. Sprinkle a little bit more. That's what I would do. Okay, that's what I am doing. Sometimes I get in these moods where I'm sensible and I'll sprinkle. I'm in a sprinkle mood. But there are these other times, boy, where I'm not in a sprinkle mood. I will just buy it. Won't even think about it. I'll just buy it. It's worked out. If my gut tells me to go do something, I'm going to do it. You know when I get into trouble? Me personally. When I get into trouble is when I don't listen to my gut. When I don't listen to my gut, I usually F things up. So I've learned. I'm an old man now. See this? I'm an old man now. So what do? I listen to my gut. If my gut says, don't shake that person's hand, I won't. Period. I've been in situations like that. I've been in situations where, I'm out on business, whatever. And, somebody says, hey, let's go have dinner. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I have to get back to the hotel. I have stuff to do. Okay, maybe next time. Yeah, maybe next time. In my head, I'm going, maybe the hell never. I don't break bread with people I don't like. Somebody invited me. Somebody's from Brooklyn. And he invited me to dinner. Without hesitation, I would definitely break bread with this guy. Never met him in person. Without hesitation, I would break bread with this guy. Kind of has the same mindset as me. Live for your last name. Live for your last name. If I live for my last name, my first name will be fine. The name of my book is Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth. I'm not living for my first name. I'm living for my last name. I'm living for my last name. I'm not worried about my first name. My first name will be fine. My first name will be fine. And no, it's not because one of my son's names is Junior. No, I don't have juniors. They are their own people. They are their own people. I live for my last name. I'm living for the generations to come to be able to turn around and go, that's my blood. It's right here. If he did that, I can do anything. So what's the thing that I pass along to all of them? People think that I'm investing so I can pass down money. I can pass down that kind of stuff. No, I live so I can pass down value. I'm not worried about money. I want to pass down value. And that value is not just money. Primarily, it is knowledge. I just want to pass down knowledge. Now, if I can pass down some bucks, I'm sorry. My youngest son had a little extra. They're called extras. He had an extra spot in a TV show, and when we told him about getting the spot as an extra in a TV show, and we said, "Oh, and you'll get paid," he goes, "I'll get buckaroonies." I almost fell out. It was so cute. It was the cutest thing in the world. Yeah, so buckaroonies. If I can pass down some buckaroonies, bet. Chef's kiss. But this right here, that's what I want to pass down. So this community is built around me wanting to pass down knowledge. That's number one. Number one to me. Just saying. I'm still cracking up, D-Mac. You're still in the corner for that. If Link drops under $10, I'm selling the dog. I'm still dead. It's funny as heck. Ethereum's Petra upgrades move forward. Why? Because they're working. It's going well. Ethereum Labs has changed their leadership. Good move. Good move. They needed to solidify leadership. I appreciate that. Former Binance CEO CZ criticizes Safe Wallet over Bybit hack. Why? Because Safe Wallet's post-mortem was found lacking. So what does that mean for Bybit? That means people trust Bybit. Bybit said, yo, it's on us. It's on us. Something happened. It's our responsibility. We'll get to the bottom of it. And they did, and they did it publicly. And what did it come down to? Safe Wallet. And Safe Wallet, who's now hopefully being smart by shutting the hell up, had first pushed back and said, oh, no, it's not us. It's not us. No, see, that was the wrong thing to do. That was the wrong thing to do. Because it's all out there in the public. The best thing they could have done was say, mea culpa, we messed up. We know what it is. We're going to plug it. We're going to take care of it. And hopefully we'll be fine going forward. The name of your freaking company is Safe Wallet. And that's how you handled it? Even if you weren't wrong, the name of your company is freaking Safe Wallet. We will work with our customer to get to the bottom of this, and we will keep all of the stakeholders involved well informed. That's the only statement you needed to make. That's the only statement you needed to make, and they didn't. They did not. Wow. But Bybit's probably going to, they were number 3. They're probably going to solidify number 2. The number 2 spot. Why? Because they handled, you couldn't have handled this more perfectly. Couldn't have, in my humble opinion. The CEO got out there immediately. I'm all about Bybit now. I'm all on to Bybit. I wish Bybit was here in the United States. Just saying. Just saying. Now, tonight's question. Only 16 votes? Are you serious? Which centralized exchange, SEX, is on the chopping block? BitGet, WazirX, BitMEX, OKX. DMAC, that was a stand-up move on how they handled it. Psh, bruh. Like, it was a masterclass on how to handle something like that. A masterclass. Just saying. The crew over at Bybit, because the CEO doesn't stand alone. That's the face. He's the face. CEO doesn't stand alone. The CEO and their team, chef's kiss. Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan is not doing the CBDC. They are creating their own stable coin, the gold dollar USDKG. Could care less. Could care less. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch it with Hutanic giving me money to touch it. Ask me why. Go ahead. Ask me why. Nothing against you, Rick Ritchie. Thank you for bringing that forward. Why wouldn't I touch it? I'll read it again. Central Asia, I think it's pronounced Kyrgyzstan, is not doing the CBDC. They are creating their own stable coin, the gold dollar USDKG. Thank you, 8 Paws. Welcome. Sorry. Aloha. I wouldn't touch it because the new word out there is stablecoin. Stablecoin, CBDC. CBDC has a bad name for it. Let's say stablecoin. And we'll peg it to our fiat or whatever it is that everybody's happy about. What does it boil down to? It's still a freaking coin that some damn state can control. No, sir. Nope. I do not want to be involved with coins that can be controlled by a state. Bitcoin is a problem for the world because it cannot be controlled by any state. It is stateless. It is stateless. The next coin, DMAC, man, thank you for becoming a big bagger. Thank you. DMAC's been a big bagger, but he decided to become a big bagger on YouTube tonight. So that's why I'm calling that out. Thank you. When I look at stable coins that are backed by states, right? No matter how you peg it, they're pegging theirs to gold because, oh, well, it's pegged to gold. They still control that stable coin. Why the hell would I touch it? Oh, you're pegged to gold. Why would I touch that and not go with Pax G? Huh? Yeah, nah, I'm good off that. You want to know why I have such high hopes for Cardano? Cardano is the next Bitcoin. In a matter of speaking. People are probably going to freak out over that. Cardano is the next Bitcoin. Can I mouse over that and give it a little? I can't. They should, when somebody becomes a member, you should be able to click on it and give a heart. He's the last one. I'm going to give some hearts. You should be able to give a heart to that. You should be able to click on it directly and give it a reaction. But whatever. It's just me. Anyway, Cardano is the next Bitcoin in my humble opinion. Why? Cardano is the most decentralized freaking coin on the freaking planet besides Bitcoin. Period. Hutanic, take your little behind to the corner. Nasty ass. I was trying to hold back the laughter and I couldn't. ADA is BTC sleeping with ETH. Yup. It's got all the benefits of BTC and all the benefits of ETH. Plus, it is completely decentralized. What is it? What's the number? 10,000 people around the world? 10,000 entities. I will call them entities. 10,000 entities around the world. Damn. It's hard to get to that many people. You'd have to get to that many people. That many entities. That's not going to happen. So if people in this country got bullied, and what's your point? It's got a finite number of coins, just like Bitcoin. But when you look at the ETH side, if you think that Bitcoin and Ethereum got together to create, no, just joking. See, Hutanic, take your little behind to the corner, man. You got me thinking the same way. Stop it. So, but if you think about the ETH side of it, well, it's got smart contracts. It's got a whole bunch of development tools that make it worthwhile to build on. Oh, and it's cheap. It's fast. It's resilient. It's secure. All that. The only thing Cardano needs is for Charles Hoskinson to shut the hell up. That's all it needs. That makes sense. Marketing strategy, rebranding the CBDC. That one got past me. That's why I'm here. I'm really good at reading ahead. And sometimes I can stop myself from, reading it out loud. I wouldn't have read that out loud because thank you for that, Rick Ritchie. Because I don't want people to think I'm conceited. I'm tooting my own horn. I'm not. I'm just sharing my opinions and thoughts and views. I'm getting the news, bringing you the news, and then telling you how I feel about the news. But yeah, the CBDC is dead. The CBDC está muerto. Okay? Long live stablecoins. People wonder why I get on my soapbox and I talk about Tether. Because Tether, although pegged, USDT is pegged to the US dollar, it's not a stablecoin that's being, led by a country, a state. You don't hear about Tether going out there and trying to get governments to go against USDC, trying to get exchanges to go against USDC. You don't see that. You don't see that. Do you see it coming the other way? Ooh, yeah. And I think the best response I've seen, besides, the Bybit CEO, is, thank you, Hutanik, is we have nothing against our competitors. But instead of using regulations and policies and trying to turn politics into business tools to beat up your competitors, how about you stand on your own laurels, create better product, create better services, come at us like that? Damn. If I'm Brad Garlinghouse, it begins with a P and ends with a Y, and that's how I would feel. Right? Because Tether literally just said, step up your freaking game and stop whining. Step up your game and stop whining. What? I have to tell you, that right there, hat tip. Hat tip to Mr. Adriano. What? That was an awesome response. He said it professionally, but it translates into what did Tiny Lister say? Stop being a bitch and come on. What was that, in Friday? Or Friday night? I think it was Friday. See that movie? That's when he said it. I was like, damn. When I read the statement, it was professionally done, professionally written, kept it above board, none of that. But the way it translates to a kid like me from the streets, it honestly says, stop being a bitch and come on. Step up your game and come at me like a man. Damn. I'm Brad Garlinghouse. All stable coins should register with the United States. Yo, I'm not trying to be mean, but dog, you don't sound strong. The number 2 stable coin in the world, you don't sound strong. You sound weak. You sound like you need a nap. I would not be going after Tether like that. If I'm if I'm Coinbase, no, sorry, my bad. If I'm Circle, I'm not going after Tether like that because they're all so much in bed together. Sorry. But yeah, there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. I'm not going after you like that. I'm going to do what I do and I'm going to take it to you like this. That's what I'm going to do. XRP wasn't running around talking about, Ethereum, Solana. No, they stepped up their game and got it done. I don't know. Cardano has been in the same spot for a long time. Why is that? Because people use it. Because people use it. Right? They're not crying. I mean, Charles Hoskinson does. Hosky needs to shut up. We know this. But the rest of them, they're not crying like that. Oh, you should register with the United States. Because the United States is what? The United States is what? One country. That's it. It's one country. So it sounds like to me that Brad Garlinghouse wants to be number one in the United States. And like what? The rest of the world doesn't exist, bro? You want to do business anyplace else? You better have some Tether, right? You better have some USDT. Are you serious? Hey, create better products and better services and come at us like that. Do better. You're number two. You want to be number one? Do better. As a matter of fact, if I'm Brad Garlinghouse, I would really want to shut the hell up. I'd really want to step up my game. Tether is not my problem. Tether is not my problem. You want to know who my problem is? My problem is RLUSD. RLUSD is my problem. You want to know who else my problem is? I just reported this the other week, a few days ago, right? Who else is my problem? Freaking PayPal. Bruh. You're whining about number one when these companies all the way down there are about to come eat your lunch, your dinner, take your girlfriend, leave all the dishes, and snatch your best suit. Oh, keys to the car? They already had that. That's what's happening right now. PayPal is about to drop PayPal USD on 20 million vendors around the world. If I am Circle, I'm looking at them. I'm not going to play games with Tether. I'm not going to do that. I'm not in a position to do that. Just not. They have their fingers in so many different places where they're making money. I'm going to leave Tether alone. What? Tether made $14.1 billion in 3 months? Like, what were you thinking? That's almost $5 billion a month. Let's call it 4.5. Okay, let's just say $4.5 billion a month. What? Why would you? You better leave them alone. You better leave them alone. Go worry about PayPal. Go worry about RLUSD. Where's Circle? Where's RLUSD? Talking to the United States government, trying to get in on some stuff. Where's Circle? Ripple's making deals all over the place, and it seems like Circle is just snoring, keeping everybody up at night. Just saying. I know I ain't got no sense. The government plans on resurrection of a 200-year-old privateer act to go after Lazarus. That's cute. What the hell does that mean? That's what I'd be asking the United States government. What the hell does that mean? To go after Lazarus, you have to go after North Korea. Didn't that schmuck visit North Korea? Shake hands? Oh, he sent me love letters. And it's not just the United States. The world needs to realize that North Korea has declared digital war against everybody. That's what we need to gird against. That's what we need to fight back with. At Rick Ritchie, I saw the headline too, but need to do the research. Good girl. That's what I'm talking about. Everything is research. Because again, what does that mean? I want to resurrect the old. Yeah, no. What does that mean? What are you going to do specifically? What's your plan? We'll have a plan for a plan. We've covered a lot tonight. We've covered a lot. 17 votes. Which centralized exchange, CEX, is on the chopping block? BitGet, 12%. WazirX, 18%. BitMEX, 24%. OKX, 47%. It's BitMEX. Arthur Hayes is saying that they are more than he is more than happy to go after BitMEX, to go sell BitMEX. That's what that is right now. That's what that is right now. So yeah, when Bitstamp got bought by Robinhood, I told you guys there are going to be other exchanges that are going to say, hey, I'm willing to play. If you're willing to play, come talk to me. BitMEX just raised their hand. BitMEX just raised their hand, and I'm telling you, there are going to be more. Now I'm wondering who's going to buy them. Hedge fund, VC, a bank. If I'm a bank that doesn't have a strong platform, think Citi. Citi has a platform. It's crap. I'd go buy it. Wells Fargo, starting to talk about getting into crypto. Oh, okay. Yeah, they go buy it. There are a few banks around the country that they could stand to do well if they bought it. TD Bank. Remember I did that thing about TD Bank and money laundering a while ago. TD Bank would do well. Canada based. They would do well to go after it. DMAC with your own star. That's what's up. I think Brad Garlinghouse might put them gangsters in the White House on Tether. He's hanging out with. I don't think Brad has the. I don't think he has the cojones to do it. That's why he's whining. You gotta register, bruh. You know how it is. You grew up. You grew up where you grew up. You know how it is. You start crying. Oh, everybody's gonna mess with you now. Everybody's gonna mess with you now. Unless you battled through it. And then you're crying. Oh, okay. No, you get respect for that. It's just emotions. That's okay. But if somebody slaps you and you start crying, oh, you got problems. And that's what Brad Garlinghouse did. I think he figured out he's not going to beat Tether at the game that they're in. So he wants to change the rules now. That will work in the United States, maybe. Notice how I said maybe. That's not going to work around the rest of the world. It's not going to work, son. Good luck with that. Even if you have the EU on your side, nobody's going to care. Good luck with that. All kinds of things go on. VPNs, fake IDs, whatever the heck. Nobody's dropping USDT from their portfolio because that's what you need to do all these freaking transactions. You could forget that. Brad Garlinghouse sounds weak. He can be smart as a whip, but he sounds weak. Because to me, he made that statement. He made that statement to go after and hit Tether. And I'm like, that was a bad strategy, bro. That was a bad strategy. I got no respect for you. Nope. None. Get a new CEO. Get a CEO that's going to be like, oh, bet. You want to take it to the streets? Let's go. That's what I'm looking for. But you want to whine? Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. You want to whine against a company that makes like $4+ billion a month. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck. I'm not on your team. I'm not on your team. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. There was news about a Democrat in California brought a bill to the Senate of meme coins. Yeah, it's called meme. That new one is called meme. I wasn't going to report it because it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. So I don't care. That's why I didn't talk about it tonight. I saw it like 3 minutes before we went live, and I was kind of like, yeah, nah. Not seeing it. Not seeing the reason why they're talking. Nah. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I greatly hope that you enjoyed what I'm talking about, that you learned something, and that you continue to come back. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And always, thank you for your trust. I greatly appreciate it. Invite your friends to join the community. Smash the likes. And everybody, have a great night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.